I want you to cry into your Hello Kitty pillow. I want you to put your headphones on. I want you to listen to some Taylor Swift. And I want you to shake it off, you bland bitch.
What up, y'all? It's KMB the Sexy Ninja in the place to be for Paper Saber Universe, and this is the New World Podcast, brother. I just got a haircut. I just watched an awesome show called Dynamite. Oh, yes. April 8th, 2026. Tony, Nigel, Excalibur on commentary. This is the go-home show before this Sunday at Dynasty. A lot. I'm going to tell you this. There's one thing I was very happy about because I only have so much time. Now I have 2 segments I can just skip. And they both of them involve 2 ex-WWE guys. Well, no. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4 ex-WWE guys. Because I'm just like, okay. And apologies. It's funny. When we get to the Jericho part, I skipped right over it. I saw the highlight. Like, you are on the list. Oh, the list. You know, I was like, okay. That's cool. I don't care. I don't care for Ricochet or the Demand. Any of that. And it's just basically setting up Jericho and Ricochet at Dynasty this Sunday. Yeah. And of course, my constant gripe is Cage, Cope, and FTR and all that shenanigans. So I like I said, did the highlights there, but I actually watched the entire show just because they started off with a banger, man. Will Ospreay, Jon Moxley, 2 of the finest going at it in the parking lot because they're going to battle this Sunday. Holy hell, fighting. And then, of course, here comes the Mox call. And it just becomes a brawl and a beat down on Ospreay. Who's going to help him, huh? And I love that Ospreay was in this awesome suit and everything like that. He just looked great, you know. And then here comes the United Empire, Callum Newman, the New Japan Pro Wrestling Heavyweight Champion, the youngest, 23 years old, bringing back up, and they're here to help Will Ospreay, and they just a big fight. I'm just like, oh my God! Might throw my United Empire hands up, gesture up. I'm like, yes! And this Mox call, there's a big fight, and they go back and forth. The suits, I love it. They fight all the way out to the arena, and I'm just like, I'm geeking out. I'm like, holy hell, I never imagined the United Empire versus the Death Riders. Oh my gosh, this is a big pay-per-view match. And then after everything's said and done and then the Death Riders run away, Ospreay tells them, like, you know what? You got an hour and 20 minutes because tonight, I was like, what? Tonight, it'll be United Empire versus the Death Riders. And I was like, you know, just my brain was like, you know, and Will's awesome fiance, Bride to be taking on Marina Shafir. I was like, my gosh. Dun, 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 dun. And I was like, okay. About to have a heart attack. This is so awesome. Then we get Don Callis, and they told us that Kyle Fletcher is out. There's going to be a TNT ladder match for the championship. It is vacated because Kyle Fletcher's out. He's going to be out for a while, which sucks because I love my Kyle Fletcher. And just thinking of United Empire, you know, him and Davis, Aussie Open, when Ospreay was in charge of United Empire at that time, and now this new incarnation, it just brought back a lot of memories for me, man. And we're setting up Dynasty. Like we're getting you excited for Dynasty, and a big ladder match for the TNT Championship. Yes, please. Then we go into our first match of the night. It's the Don Callis family, Davis, Takeshita, Andrade versus Darby Bandito and Jack Perry. This match was fucking great. Of course, at some point, Don Callis went on commentary, but Don said in his promo before this about Kyle Fletcher that everybody wants Takeshita versus Okada. It's Roddy Piper versus, not Roddy Piper, Scottie Pippen and Michael Jordan and everything like that. You know, he's going to call the shots the way he wants to, and he doesn't care. Family fights. This is, you know, he is leading the best group in AEW, which is his Don Callis family. He does have a roster though. So, and during this match, Andrade's like, I'm not doing this. I don't want to be paid by MJF and his dirty money. And there was a moment where Andrade tried to walk out, and Darby, they both have a big match at Dynasty. He calls him out. He's like, you're Don Callis' little bitch. And then Andrade comes back. Don Callis follows, then gets on commentary. And like I said, it's a massive fight, man. It's a massive, massive fight. And then after Don Callis family get the win, what do you think they do? They do a beatdown after. Then here comes the Young Bucks. I'm like, oh, shit. And at some point, Okada comes out, and all of a sudden, Takeshita has had enough of Okada's shit. And they start fighting. I'm like, yes! Yes! Oh my God! I got it in my notes. Yes! I was like, I'm sitting here by myself watching this. My cat doesn't get too shit. She's over there looking out the window. But I'm just like, oh my God! Oh, they start fighting. And here comes the Rascals. I'm just like, what is going on? Oh my gosh, we're barely into this show in like the first 30 minutes, and we got United Empire, Death Riders, now we have Young Bucks and Okada and Takeshita finally laying hands on each other. Oh, okay. Catch your breath, big kid boy. Catch your breath. Then we get Lexi. He meets with the Doc Michael, and he's like telling like, yeah, Kenny Omega, he needs to be careful. He keeps getting goaded in by MJF, and Kenny's going to end the show, too. He has a promo. Then we have the TBS Championship on the line. Willow Nightingale versus Queen Aminata. And I was like, my queen! She's here. Hello! It's been a long time. And as Sheeta's back, she is watching with her kendo stick and all Willow, because she lost to Willow last week, and she is kicking herself over it. But Willow and Queen, they put on one hell of a match, man. It was really great to see Queen back here, and Willow and Queen tore it up. But of course, my girl Willow Nightingale is still our TBS champion, and Sheeta just watches. And Willow noticed, she walked in there, she's like, I see you, bitch. Okay, and here's the skip part of the show, so I got through it a little bit faster. Jericho and Ricochet. Jericho comes out. I don't know what he said. Ricochet comes out. I don't know what he said. Then Jericho pulled out the list, and then it's going to be Jericho and Ricochet at Dynasty. There you go. Don Callis family with Lexi. And Don Callis announces, he's standing with the family. He's like, I have a match that's going to happen at Dynasty. It's going to be the Young Bucks versus Okada and Takeshita. Takeshi's like, oh, hell no, dog. He goes, I will do this then if I can go after Okada for that championship. And Don Callis goes, And this is where my brain is like, are we going to do it? Are we going to do it? And he goes, you know what? You do this for me, Takeshita, then you and Okada can fight each other at Double or Nothing. And I'm like, what? We're finally going to get Takeshita and Okada? Oh, my God. Oh, I soiled myself. And then just to keep the hits coming, here comes the Psycho Killer. Tommaso Ciampa versus Mascara Dorado. And this was a hell of a match, y'all. I was like, Ciampa, you don't disappoint. And this is for a spot, I believe, in that ladder match for the TNT Championship, because it was out there. And he called it Sylvie is no longer Pinky because Kyle no longer has it. But Ciampa and Mascara put on one fun match here, and Ciampa gets the win. And I'm like, he's in the ladder match? Oh, pray for the souls that are going to be in this ladder match, man. Then we get the dogs. They're going to face, they are at war with the conglomeration, because as the camera's on, I believe Connors, he's just like, yeah. And then Finlay and Gabe, they're all talking. Behind them, laying their bodies just there, is just Roderick Strong and Orange Cassidy. It took Orange Cassidy's glasses. They're sending a message. They said, the dogs are here, these three-headed dog, and you ain't ready, AEW. And I was like, I don't think we are. Then we get Lexi with Tekla in one of my favorite promos, because Jamie Hayter's after that AEW championship, and Lexi's like, she was champion. And Tekla's like, stop. I know she was champion before. Just stop. You know what? If you say that one more time, I'm going to take you out on the town, take you out for a nice lobster dinner, and then I'm going to take you to the strip club and pull you onto that stage and break every single one of your fingers. And I was like, Jesus Christ. I was like, oh my, holy shit, okay. And then she's like, yeah, then they got Jamie Hayter. I see, the only reason that you had this championship at one point because I wasn't here. So, you are one of the dumbest bitches. And now, he's like, and then next up, and we get together and we fight, you're going to be one of the dumbest bitches dead. And I was like, I was like, oh my God. Oh my God. I was like, Jesus, you go Tekla. That's next to Toni Storm, Tekla is right up there, man, for me, as one of my favorite all-time women's champs here in AEW. Then another skip. Cage and Cope come out. I saw them going while I was fast forwarding. Then, of course, here comes the Don Callis family because they're just everywhere on the show. They help beat up Cage and Cope. FTR staying tall with Stokely, blah, blah, blah. And that's it. They hurt Christian Cage's hand. Oh, no. All right, now we go to Darby. Cuts a really great promo here, and he's just like, you know what, I'm scared, I'm this and that, but I'm gonna, I want to be the face of the company, but to be the face, I need to be champion, and I have Andrade in my way. I'm gonna, push myself to go through Andrade so I can become champion. And I was like, all right, Darby, I'm not the biggest fan, but I did like this promo. Good job, bro. Now, Chaos in Canada, United Empire versus Death Riders. I was like, pinch me. This is a pay-per-view match, and we're getting it here? I'm going to go back and rewatch this because it was fucking great. Oh, I was like, and Claudio, I got to say, you son of a bitch, you are so goddamn strong. Oh my gosh, but Newman, everybody was awesome in this match, man. So awesome, and it was just a battle between two crazy teams and on free TV here, and I was just like, all right, this is by far one of my favorite Dynamites, and United Empire gets the win. Kenny and Newman double pin Mox in sending a message, so when Mox takes on Will Ospreay at Dynasty, you know it's gonna be awesome. And we don't end it there. We get Kenny Omega. We got a really great package for him, too, before he comes out with Tony Schiavone in the entrance. And he's wearing a suit, the god of professional wrestling. And he's taking on MJF, Big Hebrew, the devil. Because is he even on the level of the devil? We don't know yet until we go to Dynasty. And Kenny has a lot to say. And he looks good in the suit, and he's talking, and MJF comes out because MJF's like, I'm not letting you have the last word. He goes on, and my favorite thing what MJF says, he goes, when I beat you, you said you were at 75%. Now all the doctors are telling me you're cleared, you're at 100%. So what's going to be your excuse when I beat you this Sunday? And I was like, oh, he's got a point there. He's got a point there. And Kenny get back on the mic. He's like, you know what, Max, why don't we just do this the old school way? Before a pay-per-view, I shake your hand, you shake my hand. There's all these cameras around us. Let's just do this. And then we will face each other at Dynasty this Sunday. MJF turns because he's like, I can shake your hand. And he comes in for a haymaker. Then Kenny lays him out. He takes the man's jewelry, MJF's pinky ring. And at this point, I'm like, thank you. I have it written here. Thank you, Tony fucking Khan. This made my week. I mean, with everything going on in my life right now and some dumb shit that came up recently, I needed this show. And I got my security blanket, which is professional wrestling. And MJ, and you know, and Kenny takes his ring, puts it on, and I'm just like, I can't wait for these two to battle. And it's this Sunday. You know, I'm gonna be in Shiprock, but hopefully I get to watch it Monday when I come back. But yeah, I was happy. I was very, very happy with the show. Besides the skips too, you know, the skips they're just not for me. If you like Jericho, love Jericho. If you like Cage and Cope, you can love them too. You like FTR, you can love them too. There's something for everybody on this show. And, you know, we got a kiss goodnight, bang! And Kenny has his ring, and this is the way we end it. MJF laying there, you know, it's just like, is this going to happen on Sunday? Will this happen on Sunday? So 6 out of 5 for Dynamite, April 8th, 2026. Tony, Nigel, Excalibur on commentary here in Canada. The go-home show for Dynasty this Sunday in Vancouver. And, yeah, that's it. That's all, man. Match of the night is United Empire versus Mox Cult. Moment of the night, the first one goes to the United Empire backing up Ospreay and going against the Death Riders at the starting of this show. Okada and Takeshita going at it, and all the craziness is Bucks coming out, Rascals coming out. Then Don telling us we're going to get Okada and Takeshita at Double or Nothing, you know. And then we get the Dogs beaten down. Like, there's so much. And then we get this really great ending between Kenny and MJF in the big fight this Sunday. So, yeah, 6 out of 5, man. I love it. I love it. It was funny for a show that for the things I skipped. Jericho is once again on the thumbnail, and he is on the invite, the sound clip at the end of the show. So, you know, if it's just for those nostalgia people, like, because I did like the list. The list was fun, you know. You know what? Who wears stupid hats? Who does this? You just made the list. So if I'm on the list, that's fine. All right, y'all. Tell me what you thought of the show. Drop those comments below. Hit that like. Hit that subscribe. Share it with your grandma. Share it with your grandpa. Share it with the bum down at Walmart. I am KMB the Sexy Ninja. And remember that the New World Podcast is for life, brother.
Give me your